Welcome back to Marwar, the crucible of the desert, where blood, sand, and sovereignty define the Rathore Dynasty. In this second chapter, we explore a visual chronicle of heritage and power. We will witness how a fierce desert kingdom navigated the towering shadow of the Mughal Empire, choosing when to bow and when to bleed. The story of Marwar is that of a kingdom forged between independence and empire. This journey unfolds in three acts. Act I explores the imperial embrace, where rulers from Mota Raja Uday Singh to Jaswant Singh balanced local sovereignty with Mughal integration. Act 2 plunges into the Great Struggle, a legendary 30-year guerrilla war for survival following Aurangzeb's betrayal. Finally, Act 3 covers sacrifice and transition, highlighting cultural entrenchment, environmental martyrs, and the pivot to British treaties under kings like Abhay Singh and Maan Singh. Our first act begins with a major turning point, the first subjugation of Marwar. In 1570 AD at the Nagaur court, Mota Raja Uday Singh became the first Marwar king to officially accept the subjection of Emperor Akbar. This new alliance was cemented by marrying his daughter, Manibai, who was bestowed the title Jagat Gosai, meaning, owner of the world, to Prince Jahangir. This union produced Khurram, who would later rule as the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan, inextricably linking Marwar's bloodline to the Mughal throne. Yet, not all submitted quietly. Kalla Rimlot led a fierce resistance at Siwana, a legendary display of valor immortalized in the Masya elegies by Prithviraj Rathore. The lineage continued with Gaj Singh, a formidable military asset granted the title, Daltambhan, or Detainer of Armies, by Emperor Jahangir. Under the influence of his beloved Anara Begum, Gaj Singh made a critical, tradition-breaking succession pivot. He deliberately bypassed his volatile elder son, Amar Singh, and declared his younger son, Jaswant Singh, as the heir to the Jodhpur throne. Amar Singh was granted the territory of Nagaur as a consolation, setting the stage for two radically different Rathore legacies. During this era, court culture also flourished. Gaj Singh patronized renowned scholars like Hem Kavi and Keshav Das Gadan, who authored the Gajagun Rupak. The two brothers walked vastly different paths. Amar Singh of Nagaur was known for his volatile, fierce, and unyielding temperament. His defining moments included the 1644 Mataya Re-Rad, or Watermelon War, with Bikaner, and his shocking assassination of Mir Bakshi Salawa Khan directly inside Shah Jahan's court. Immortalized in Rajasthani folk songs as the Qatar Ka Dhani, his bravery was so renowned that the Bukhara Darwaja of the Agra fort was renamed in his honor. Conversely, Jaswant Singh of Jodhpur was a diplomatic and strategic imperial administrator who navigated the brutal Mughal succession war between Dara Shikoh and Aurangzeb, ultimately serving as a pivotal geopolitical chess piece and Subedar of Kabul and Gujarat. Jaswant Singh played a dangerous game on the chessboard of empire, constantly shifting his allegiances. During the 1658 Mughal succession crisis, he initially allied with Dara Shikoh at the Battle of Dharmat, but was defeated after being betrayed mid-battle by Qasim Khan. Famously, his retreat prompted his queen, Hadi Rani Jaswant, to close the fort doors on him. A pivot occurred when Mirza Raja Jai Singh mediated, easing the estrangement with the victorious Aurangzeb. However, during the 1659 Battle of Khejadli, while officially fighting for Aurangzeb against Shuja, Jaswant Singh's deep mistrust led him to loot Aurangzeb's camp and abandon the field. Despite this open defiance, his power was undeniable. Aurangzeb later appointed him governor of Kabul simply to keep him far from Rajputana. Beyond the battlefield, Jaswant Singh was a profound scholar king. He authored deep philosophical texts, including Anand Vilas, Bhasha Bhushan, and Prabodh Chandrodaya. His architectural reach included establishing Jaswantpur in Maharashtra and building the Kaga Garden in Jodhpur, where he famously planted pomegranate seeds brought all the way from Kabul. His court was anchored by his Diwan, Mohanath Nansi, a brilliant administrator and writer termed the Rajput Abul Fazl, though their relationship ended tragically in death and suicide. Queen Rani Jaswant also contributed massively to the kingdom's grandeur, constructing the beautiful Rika Bagh Palace in the Kalyan Sagar. Tragedy struck on the 28th of November 1678, when Jaswant Singh died in Jamrud, Afghanistan. Hearing the news, Aurangzeb is said to have declared, "Today the door of Kufr is broken." He immediately seized the moment, declaring Jodhpur as Khalsa, or Crown Land. The emperor's strategic motives were clear. Secure the vital trade route from Delhi and Agra down to Gujarat, install a puppet ruler to enforce his anti-Hindu policies, and avenge a lifetime of political opposition from Jaswant Singh. Presenting an existential threat to the Rathore bloodline, Aurangzeb installed a fake heir named Muhammad and handed him to his daughter, effectively attempting to wipe the Rathore dynasty from the map. But Marwar would not fall, thanks to the ultimate guardian, Durgadas Rathore, the Ulysses of Marwar. Born in 1638 and granted the Lunwa Jagir, Durgadas took action when the state fell, successfully smuggling Jaswant Singh's infant true heir, Ajit Singh, out of Delhi. The young prince was hidden safely in Kalindri under the strict supervision of Mukundas Khichi, while a brave woman named Gaurar acted as his wet nurse, earning her the revered title, Panadhai of Marwar. Termed the Garibaldi of Rajputana, Durgadas was a master tactician who possessed sheer tactical genius, uniting the Rathore clans that even great kings previously could not bind together. Durgadas orchestrated a masterclass in geopolitics. He first secured the military backing of Maharana Raj Singh of Mewar, fracturing Mughal dominance in Rajputana. In a brilliant imperial counter-strike, he instigated Aurangzeb's own son, Prince Akbar, to rebel, crowning him emperor at Nadole in 1681 to perfectly destabilize the Delhi throne. When Akbar eventually fled south, Durgadas took custody of Akbar's children, Buland Akhtar and Safiyatunisa. In a virtuous checkmate, he sheltered the children in Juna Badma, ensuring their Islamic religious education. This profound act of honor forced the fiercely anti-Hindu Aurangzeb to negotiate, ultimately granting Durgadas a mansab of 3,000 jat and the return of key parganas. This era defined the epic 30-year war for survival, stretching from 1678 to 1708. It was 3 decades of relentless guerrilla warfare against the empire's full might, led by Emperor Aurangzeb, who sought absolute subjugation. The vanguard of this resistance featured Durgadas Rathore, Mukundas Khichi, and the fiercely loyal Rathore cavalry, allied with the Sisodias of Mewar and sympathetic Mughal defectors. The immense struggle finally culminated in the 1708 Debari Agreement, a powerful alliance between Marwar, Mewar, and Amer, which successfully forced Bahadur Shah I to formally recognize Ajit Singh as the rightful king of Jodhpur. With the throne reclaimed in 1708, Ajit secured his position through shifting alliances, famously marrying his daughter Indra Kanwar to Emperor Farrukh Shiar, marking the last Hindu princess married to a Mughal emperor. However, paranoia and complex power dynamics led to a tragic exile. Ajit Singh expelled the very man who saved his life and kingdom, Durgadas Rathore, who died in exile in Ujjain in 1718. Ajit Singh himself was a scholar who penned the Gunasagar and Durgapad Bhasha, yet his reign met a bloody end when he was murdered by his own son, Bakht Singh, in 1724. The crown then passed to Abhay Singh. While he achieved military glory by defeating the governor of Gujarat, Sir Buland Khan, a victory celebrated in the text Suraj Prakash and Raj Rupak, his reign is defined by a profound domestic tragedy. In 1730 AD, under the leadership of Amrita Devi Bishnoi, 363 men, women, and children wrapped themselves around Khejadli trees to stop royal loggers, accepting martyrdom over deforestation. The shock of this massacre forced a permanent royal decree protecting trees and wildlife in Bishnoi regions. Today, this sacrifice predates and inspires global environmental movements like the Chipko movement, immortalizing the Bishnoi commitment to nature. Moving into the 19th century, we meet Maan Singh, known as the Sannyasi King. Earlier in his life, a dispute with his brother Bhim Singh forced him into refuge at the Jalore fort, where he survived through the support and prophecies of the ascetic Devnath. Upon becoming king, he built a grand temple for the Nath sect called the Maha Mandir, and authored the Nath Charitra. A dedicated scholar, he established the Man Pustak Prakash library to preserve Marwar's intellectual heritage. In a final act of defiance, this fiercely independent spirit sheltered the anti-British rebel Appa Sahib Bhosle in 1827 and boldly boycotted Governor-General Lord William Bentinck's Ajmer Darbar in 1832. Looking back, the trajectory of Marwar's sovereignty is defined by 2 major bookends of empire. In 1570, the Mughal pact under Mota Raja Uday Singh involved integration and marital alliances with Emperor Akbar. While this meant subjugation, it yielded high military ranks as mansabdars, vast wealth, and deep influence in the imperial court. Conversely, the 1818 British Protection Treaty under Maan Singh and the East India Company's Charles Metcalfe demanded subordinate cooperation and external protection. This brought the end of external military campaigns and the freezing of territorial borders, preserving the throne, but at the severe cost of true geopolitical independence. Ultimately, Marwar was forged in sandstone and steel. The history of the Rathore dynasty is not merely a simple timeline of kings, it is a masterclass in adaptation. Through accommodation, rulers like Mota Raja Uday Singh and Jaswant Singh learned to wear the chains of empire as armor, leveraging Mughal might for local prosperity. Through defiance, heroes like Durgadas Rathore in the 30-year war proved that while a fort can be occupied, the desert cannot be conquered. And finally, through identity, from the martyrs of Khejadli to the spiritual resilience of Maan Singh, the Rathores ensured that even as the British era descended, the soul of Marwar remained fiercely, and uniquely, its own.